Hi, Taehyung Lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel all around the world. And this time, don't you dare skip the first 3 seconds. Because what you're about to see is not just an ordinary K-pop concert. This is a moment that made the world fall silent while asking, what really happened on the final night in Goyang? Why could one simple action from Kim Taehyung shake the emotions of millions of ARMY, even triggering debates, tears, and uncontrollable pride? Tonight is not just a closing. This is a global phenomenon that quietly changed the way the world sees BTS. In this video, we will uncover the most emotional and shocking facts that happened on stage, from the too close moment between Taehyung and Jeon Jungkook that made ARMY hysterical, the second when Taehyung took off his earbud and chose to hear the fans directly, which many call the most honest moment in K-pop history, to the warm interactions with Park Jimin and Kim Namjoon that revealed a human side rarely seen on camera. We will also discuss why the simple sentence, "You're so cool," became the trigger of a global emotional explosion, and how this one night made the name Kim Taehyung not just go viral, but truly be honored by the world. So make sure you watch until the end, because at the end of this video, there is one fact that might change the way you see Taehyung forever. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And most importantly, help this video go viral so the world continues to see the true kindness and sincerity of Kim Taehyung. The closing night in Goyang, South Korea, a stage moment turned into an ocean of emotion, thousands of purple lights trembling like a unified heartbeat, and in the middle of that roar stood Kim Taehyung, a figure who not only performed but brought to life memories that hadn't even had the chance to fade. This was a night when the name Taehyung was not just mentioned but celebrated, honored, and recognized as the purest symbol connection between an artist and the world. The atmosphere felt so close, too close for a global star. Kim Taehyung stood at the edge of the stage with Jeon Jungkook and other BTS members. The distance between them and ARMY felt only as wide as a finger. As one fan said with trembling voice, this was not just a concert. It was a meeting that almost touched the boundary between dream and reality. When hands nearly touched, when eyes met without any barrier, the entire stadium seemed to hold its breath. A brief moment that felt eternal, yet powerful enough to make the world ask, how is this kind of closeness even possible on such a massive stage? The atmosphere shifted dramatically. Flames ignited at the sides of the stage, framing Kim Taehyung in dramatic light. But behind that charismatic aura, there was something deeper. His dance moves, his gentle smile, reminding everyone of his childhood. As he danced after confirming the run choreography with Jungkook, that smile appeared again. The innocent smile of a child once told he was good at dancing. Now that praise came from his own friend. "You're so cool," Jungkook said. A simple sentence, yet powerful enough to shake millions of hearts and confirm one thing: that Taehyung's greatness is not just because of the stage, but because of sincerity that has never changed. Calm within the storm, Kim Taehyung and Jungkook sat side by side, like two souls who had gone through everything together. There was no choreography, no fire, just silent speaking. Jungkook's expression looked relaxed, as if all the small interactions, from an arm around the shoulder, a touch on the leg, to a spontaneous handshake, were the most natural things in the world. But for ARMY, it was priceless. A warmth that felt real, yet adorable enough to trigger screams of Gaia. Echoing across the arena, not just hysteria, but an outburst of pride for the person they love. And then, there was the most piercing moment, when Kim Taehyung removed his earbud. He paused, not to perform, but to listen to ARMY singing. In that instant, the stage was no longer his. It belonged to all of them. With the most sincere expression, a happy Kim Taehyung simply gazed at the ocean of fans who loved him unconditionally. At that point, there was no distance, no status, only a connection so real it felt unbelievable. That night was not just about music. It was about a bond that couldn't be explained with words, about a star who remained human, and millions of people who felt seen by him. And in the middle of it all, one thing became certain. For Taehyung, ARMY is not just an audience. They are home. And that night, the world saw exactly why he is so worthy of pride. That night, the stage was no longer just a place of performance. It became the center of emotional gravity, where millions of eyes and hearts were tied into one shared pulse. Under dim lights filled with shimmering light sticks, BTS once again proved that they do not just perform. They create moments that will be remembered. And in the middle of that roar, one simple conversation felt like a spark capable of igniting the entire spirit of ARMY. It seems like this will be the stage where ARMY will truly shine. The sentence sounded light, yet full of meaning, a promise, and at the same time, a challenge. The camera captured the first moment. Kim Taehyung standing casually with his signature smile, while Park Jimin stood nearby. Both seem immersed in an atmosphere far beyond just practice or typical concert. On the other side, Jeon Jungkook held a microphone, as if becoming the bridge between the stage and the sea of audience. There was warmth, closeness, and most importantly, an honesty that felt completely natural, speaking without words. For figures who not only share the stage, but also share the same energy. Kim Taehyung, with his striking blonde hair, leaned in, embracing a relaxed yet meaningful gesture, a symbol of unshakable friendship. Jungkook on the left looked focused yet calm, while Jimin in the center appeared like a small center of gravity, drawing all attention. This was not just formation. This was visual harmony reflecting their bond behind the scenes. But the story doesn't end there. That moment brought us into a more intimate, more human space. Without the stage lights, without the noise of the stadium. There, Kim Namjoon stood casually, while Jungkook gently fixed the child's hair. Taehyung knelt down, smiling warmly, holding the child with care that almost felt like family. This moment shattered the boundary between idol and human. They didn't just perform for fans. They were present, truly present. Yes, Kim Taehyung SSI. That really suits you. That sentence now feels deeper. Not just about appearance or stage concepts, but about who they truly are behind everything. Taehyung, in his own unique way, always finds space to be himself, both under the spotlight and in the quiet backstage moments. How can we make our ARMY excited? The question lingered, but the answer was already clear. Not just with perfect choreography or strong vocals, but with sincerity, with real connection, with small moments that feel big to those watching. I already explained the method yesterday, but can't we do it? And they did it. Not just on stage, but in every second they shared, both in front of the camera and behind it. Because in the end, what makes ARMY shine is not just a performance, but a connection that cannot be faked. That night, the world didn't just see stars. The world saw humans who, in the simplest way, managed to make millions feel meaningful. And in the middle of it all, one name stood the strongest, the most sincere, and the most worthy of pride. Kim Taehyung. If you've made it to this second, it means you know this is not just a concert story. This is a night in Goyang that changed everything. When Kim Taehyung didn't just perform, but made the world feel. From a distance only as wide as a finger. From the innocent smile when praised by Jeon Jungkook, to the moment he removed his earbud and chose to listen to ARMY. None of it was a coincidence. That's why this night is called Unforgettable, and why Taehyung's name is not just mentioned but honored. Now the question is in your hands. Is this just a concert or proof that the connection between BTS and ARMY is real? Write your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you felt when you saw this moment. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoy content like this. If you don't, feel free to skip, because the Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. Stay tuned for the latest updates only on Taehyung Lovers. Keep following all updates about Kim Taehyung only on this channel. That information concludes our meeting. Good night, stay safe, and see you again. And remember this well, the story of Kim Taehyung is not over. In fact, it may have just begun.